What's going on? What's going on, everybody? It is the only sports podcast. That's right, the only sports podcast. I'm Will. That's Casino over there. How we doing today, Casino?
Uh, that's pretty much it. Dealing with just trying to get appointments for things. It's just a bullshit. It's so annoying. And I miss where you could just call and somebody answers. Like you can always get to somebody most of the time, but it takes like an hour to get to somebody.
Yeah.
Like it's just so annoying because yeah, I understand they want to save money. They're trying to make it more streamlined with automated this and that, but it's not the case. Like if somebody just answered, I could just been like, hey, here's the referral. This is the time, which location, right? That's
Yeah.
it. Done.
No, but again, you're not thinking what is most important, which is these giant companies saving money. Everything is about money, and it's just cheaper to make it as inconvenient as possible because it saves them millions and millions of dollars. That's all it is. Literally all it is. But we are here today, Casino, to talk about, just a jam-packed since we did Wednesday's
We
show,
need to get
just
through stuff. Yes.
yeah, the NBA has happened. We've had 2 games of the World Series. Both those we will eventually talk about, but let's start with the NFL because we have so many things for the NFL today. It's insane. And
In
this
the
week,
membrane.
we actually we're gonna revisit Haters Hanger. I made a new Super Bowl bubble that I would like to see if you agree with. But for NFL Week 8 Casino, I made a video, and I think this describes exactly what this weekend was.
Let's go.
It was Blowout City. Let me put some funky music to it. But it was Blowout City and
Oh yeah, that right there. Oh, that's
Blowout
fit.
City.
That looks
Fit.
good. How long did it take you to do that one? Because that one looks good.
Blowout City?
Well, like
Uh
just like all of that
3 minutes.
looks great.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Check us out on YouTube if you want to see it. I know most of the people who listen to this show listen to the audio version, but if you want to see what I slave over, which is making all these things, go check it out on our YouTube, Only Sports Podcast.
Look good.
So it was Blowout City this weekend, Casino, because starting on Thursday, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games that you could classify as a blowout. That is, we knew going into this weekend the games weren't that great, but for it to be that lopsided with blowouts, especially all of them happened in the early games. So every early game, even the Jets Bengals early game wasn't good until that
The
game
last
had like
second, yeah.
6 minutes left in it. So thoughts on just week 8 of the NFL just as a whole before we
Thoughts on
break
it?
into it?
I'm still just kind of up in the air about a lot of teams, man. Just I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
get this season is just so up and down. Individual players are good. You got to people are just riddled with the injury bug, so that sucks. Go back to natural grass. Get rid of this turf bullshit. You know,
Yeah, everybody's been saying that for years. We keep getting injuries piled up, and yet the NFL, again, because of money, but it can't be that much more expensive to take care of grass than have to replace
oh
artificial turf.
no,
There's no
it's
way.
oof. As a soccer fan and knowing how much uh professional clubs spend on their pitch is a lot, dude.
Yeah, but
Millions
again, these
and
are
millions a season.
multi-billion
Yeah, I
billion
know, I
dollar
know.
companies.
I totally agree. I mean, there's no excuse for it, but they need to. They need to change it. Plus,
Uh
it's nicer to land on actual grass than oh, here's some rubber pellets. Between you and some concrete. Here you go.
Well, yeah, especially and then you add in it's going to get colder, so the ground's going to get harder and it just becomes yeah, again, the Thursday night games, we just keep losing people in those games. Both the Giants and Eagles games, both teams just ended up losing like 3 people per game. Obviously the Giants lost Scadaboo. We'll talk about that in a moment, but yeah, I just this was oh, and actually you won both are different games, Casino. You
Oh, I
picked
know.
Broncos and Eagles. I did reverse jinx, worked to a T. And then our upset pick was the Bears, which both of us just
I mean, it was
I
no,
bet
no, no,
really
no,
hard on.
no, 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 no. It was there, and then Caleb screwed up.
Yeah, we
It
actually
was
did
there,
not
and then
do good
Caleb
this week.
screwed up.
No, you know what? Let's talk. We'll just jump around to all these
That
games.
interception just ended it. Like, he was right there. It was right there for the taking, and then he fucked it up.
Let's talk about that game.
Ugh.
Ravens win 30-16. We'll talk about the Lamar Jackson controversy in a moment, but let's first talk about the Bears. Is Caleb Williams good?
No, I don't think
Because
he's good. I don't think he's good. I thought maybe it was starting to work out between him and Ben Johnson, but I don't think Caleb's good. Does he have room to grow? Sure, but I don't think his ceiling's as high as everybody thinks it is. I just think he's too much of an ad lib quarterback, and he's not as successful as like a Patrick Mahomes, and that's
yeah.
only going to get you so far.
Oh my God, we did so bad this week. I only guessed 3 games right. You guessed 5 games right because we had 2 games different. That was bad, especially when a week where it feels now so obvious of what teams were going
I
to
feel
win and
like,
which teams.
yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, you're right. No. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we both picked the Steelers over the Packers, which was dumb. We both picked the Falcons to win, which was dumb in retrospect. We both picked the Bears in an upset, which again, Caleb Williams,
He blew
is
that game. He blew that game.
well, especially coming out of a draft class where you see what Drake May's doing, you see what Jaden Daniels is doing, you see what other young quarterbacks are doing, like Bo Nix and Drake May, and it's just like you have this offensive juggernaut, this offensive-minded head coach, where everybody was like, "Oh, this guy's the next Sean McVay," and then now you literally have Chicago fans and people in Chicago like begging for Ben Johnson to put in the backup. Caleb Williams was supposed to be a 100% no hesitation, like this is a franchise guy day one. There was people saying he's going to step into the league and already be better than half the quarterbacks in it. Now you watch him play and you're just like, I don't know why he's bad. I just know he isn't good. Like you just watch him play. He's got 9 touchdowns, 4 interceptions on the season. But when you watch him, he's since his rookie year, he's held on. I mean, even kind of in college, he holds on to the ball so ridiculously long. It is frustrating. Like when you're watching it,
I
you're just
mean,
like, just throw it away. There's 4 people around you. Throw it away. It's uh
I totally agree, but I mean, he just got outclassed by a Pro Bowl quarterback. So I mean, it is what it is. Tyler Huntley came out and he just absolutely smoked them. So good for Huntley.
I mean,
I still have no faith in this Ravens team, though. I was honestly hoping they lose, just so there was more hype and talk of a potential move for Derrick Henry. But I don't think that's going to happen. And even if it did, I don't think the Patriots are going to go that direction. Um, but
yeah.
it would have been nice. It would have been nice. But yeah,
Well,
anyway.
again, also, what a change from 2 weeks ago. We were like, oh man, Steelers win the next 2 games. They're running away with this division. Well, they ended up losing those 2 games. What is it? The Thursday night game against the Bengals, and then obviously Sunday night against the Packers. So now they're sitting there at 4-3. They are a game ahead of the Bengals. The
Dude, the
Bengals are
Bengals they
three
had
and
their season. The
five.
Bengals had their season against the Jets, and then they lost to the Jets,
Yeah.
which I mean, let's just move right on over to that game. I mean, apparently that was who knew that this was going to be the best, most entertaining end of the game. Like this was just what happened. Going for
Yeah.
the 2-point conversion though, ballsy, 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 and I loved every second of it because why not? Why not?
Well, also, yeah, you're 0-6 at that point. Like, again, I don't know why when these coaches at coaching teams, they know they're not most likely going to be coaching either a year from now or 2 years from now. In Aaron Glenn's case, try to say that 5 times fast. In his case, they're not firing him after the end of the season because they just hired him. But again, if you're 0-6, you at least want to show something. So why not just go for every fourth down, go for 2-point conversions, especially when this feels like the first game in a month they've been close, right? Like they've been close to winning. So they kind of just threw everything against the wall and made it stick. But also, when we talk about this Bengals team, again, they win this game, they're 4-4, and they're top of the AFC North because they obviously beat the Steelers and they hold the division record right now. But now you're looking at Flacco again, still hasn't thrown an interception this season, which is insane. Through 34 attempts, 2 touchdowns, 223 yards in this game. But then Justin Fields, 244, 66 completion percentage on 32 attempts, which is not something you ever see from Justin Fields.
No.
You never see him. I don't know. I would have to go back and look. I don't
I mean,
remember a
but neither
game
one of those quarterbacks were the best thrower of the game. It was Brees Hall. He was 100 for 100 or 1 for 1. He was 100%.
and a
I can't
touchdown.
believe. Did you see it? I couldn't believe he threw that. The pump fake, I get,
I
but
know.
when he actually let that go, it it blew my mind that he threw that.
And always when I see stuff like that, which I like, is there's fantasy football leagues out there where they do those rules where it's like if a running back or wide receiver throw a touchdown pass, it's like 100 points. So there was some guy who was just getting because I got absolutely after talking about how good my team was the past 2 weeks, I got absolutely smoked this week. Like absolutely smoked.
I
I
lost to the
played
worst person in our league. Again, this is 4 weeks in a row going into either Sunday night or Monday, going at, like, the regular day, in the morning, afternoon, I'm crushing. I had an 88% chance of winning going into Sunday night football.
Who
I
did it
lost.
for Who did it to you?
I don't fucking know. Honestly, I just gave up. I
Because
didn't even look. I gave up. Let's see who it was.
there was some weird fantasy football stuff on Sunday because Drake London, he's in my roster. I check at 9:30. Still says he's projected, still all this kind of stuff. Apparently at
Oh,
9:45.
yeah, he had Jordan Love,
Oh, yeah. So
28 points, and it just yeah.
I had Jordan Love as well, and what killed me was he had James Cook the third, who had 44 points. So I ended up losing by oh no, this isn't the one I got crushed in. I ended up losing by 20 points, but that was because Scadaboo got knocked out of the game after he only had 9 points.
Yeah.
And then uh Drake London, I check my lineup at 9:30. Everybody's good to go. I put in everybody who I want, set it, whatever. Apparently at 9:45, the Falcons say, "Oh, he's out for the game." Before that, there was no indication he was not playing in the game. Apparently, same with Michael Penix. Then, if you look at the Baltimore Ravens, apparently we talked about this when we made our picks on Wednesday. Lamar Jackson was practicing. There was never a conversation, apparently. There was never a discussion that Lamar Jackson was playing in this game. So he was just back at full practice. Ravens never confirmed it. Now everybody's all butthurt because they picked the Ravens. That's why the line, again, that's why it was our upset pick because the line was so skewed in that everyone thought Lamar Jackson was coming back. Apparently, none of the coaches said that. Everybody just assumed it, you and I included. But then there was weird things that came out where apparently he is cleared by the medical staff. The the coaching staff was preparing for him to start, and Lamar Jackson was the one who didn't want to play. So, have you heard that? Again, that's just
No,
a
I
rumor.
haven't.
I don't know how substantial or real that is, but
I mean, it's probably as real as him being, everybody thinking that he was going in. So here's a fun one for you. So I had a Bucks player, right? And I was playing a Bucks player on roster. You want to figure out what happened here? No? Okay, I'll
for
just tell you. Baker Mayfield. I had 4 points for Baker Mayfield. Yay. Great job, Baker. But guess what? I was playing their defense, who got 25 points,
so their defense outscored the quarterback by 23 points.
21 points.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Well, hey, let's just move that. Well, also that last button on the Jets Bengals, good for the Jets. I thought one of the best press conferences I've ever seen after the game was Justin Fields just talking about like the week he had after his owner came out and basically said he was the problem, which if you watch Jets games, pretty sure there's a lot of blame to go around and I wouldn't put it all on
Yeah.
the
You
quarterback.
had Aaron Rodgers last year, sir?
Yeah, you have a defensive guru at head coach, but yet your defense can't stop a nosebleed. Like your defense right now is 16th in total defense in the league. Last year you were second. So, and that's now you have a defensive coach that was what the Lions defensive
Yeah, they
coordinator
don't
when
wanna
they
admit. They don't wanna admit
but
it. But
but his was great. Let's move over to the Bucks game. 23-3 against the New Orleans Saints. Maybe possibly Baker's worst game of the year. No
no, he's out
touchdowns.
of 100% done with MVP. He's gone.
Oh, I think him and Dak after this week are out
I
because
agree.
now the MVP odds have shifted so much. Why is Mahomes number one by like a wide margin
You
for
just said his
MVP?
name.
Well, yeah, but again, they're 4-3. They could easily lose tonight and be 4-4. What are we doing this thing? He has what is it? He has 14 touchdowns, 2 interceptions on the season. Like, yeah, that's good, but that's pretty much in line with everybody else and he's like everybody else in that conversation. And he's so far ahead of everybody in odds. It makes no sense to me whatsoever. Why is he now just he's not even leading his division. He's third place in his division, number one MVP getter right now. It makes no sense. But let's talk about Tampa Bay, the Saints. We saw in this game, Bucks win 23-3. We saw the start and then benching of Rattler, who got benched, and then Shu,
Taylor
however you say
Show.
Tyler Taylor Shoe, the rookie they drafted way higher than everybody thought come in, and then almost do identical numbers across the board from what Rattler was doing in this game.
Dude,
So
Rattler has been good. I don't know what's going on. I mean, and that it was just that Bucks defense had a game, man.
well, also, it's not like he had a 71% completion percentage, one interception, he was sacked 3 times. Like, it's not like he was having some abysmal Tua-esque three interception game where he had to make the switch. I don't know. Maybe he got injured or they were worried he got injured. I don't know. I didn't see why he got knocked out of the game. I just saw that when red zone cut to it, it was just what is it? Oh, well, now Shao's in the game. And then it was like, okay, cool, I guess. And then he did nothing. But when it comes to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers casino, I do feel like we've seen the last couple of weeks where it does seem like the injuries are kind of catching up to them. Because,
Finally, they're catching up to him, right? And
yeah,
Baker is good, but I mean, you can't expect him to go crazy every single game.
no, especially when his leading receivers were his 2 tight ends, Ibuka, who's been insane this week or who's been insane this season,
But
got
he's still
targeted.
injured.
Well, yeah, he got targeted 9 times, only caught 3 balls, 35 yards. Nobody else did anything on that offense. Couldn't get the run game going. And again, if they were lucky in this game, they were playing the Saints because this was the worst Bucks game we've seen all season. But luckily, they're playing the worst or second worst team in the league. So that's why they're now 6-2. But I don't know. Again, it just that game did not again, we can talk about Sunday night's game. We can talk about this game. There's so many good teams with good records that I just have no confidence in whatsoever. And we can actually jump to the Sunday night game because you can put both these teams right there with what I just said.
100%. The
I have
Packers won,
no
and I just
confidence.
don't get it. I don't get it. They
And we
didn't this game was sloppy from both sides.
Well, we said this was gonna be the best game. I was bored out of my mind watching this game. Just nothing from either team, and then Green Bay pulls away in the
Yeah.
4th,
I
but
mean, Jordan Love, he had a good game. Like, right? He had a good game. I think Aaron Rodgers played well, but I knew that they were gonna lose. The pit was gonna lose as soon as you saw Aaron Rodgers start yelling.
yeah.
When you started seeing that, I was like, "Oh, it's a wrap. Green Bay's got it." Here
But
we
see,
go.
also, what is it? 2 of those 3 touchdown passes came in, what is it, the 4th quarter, right? Like, it was, he had the touchdown in the 1st quarter, didn't have another one till the 3rd wasn't him, right? Oh, yes, it was. So he had uh, another touchdown in the 3rd, another touchdown in the 4th. Up until the end
Yep.
of the 3rd quarter, middle of the 4th, like, he wasn't having a good game. Jordan Love wasn't really doing anything. The announcers kept being like, "Oh, well, if either of these teams want to go deep in the playoffs, like they're going to need to get consistent quarterback play." And we weren't seeing it in that game. It was just a lot of just nothing. And again, we've said this for a while now. The Packers won this game by 10. Do you feel any better about this Packers team after this game? Because
No.
I really don't. I don't know why everybody's just again so high on this team. Yeah, they're 5-1-1, but I just when you watch them play, you're like, something's off. Something just does not feel right. They can't get their running game going to save their life. Their tight end had a great game. And then when it comes to the Steelers, is this the worst Steelers defense we've seen in
Long
what
time.
20 years? Like this defense
What are
is
they currently at?
the total defense for this Steelers team right now is 28th in the league. They're a bottom 5 defense, which is the polar opposite of what you think of when you think of Steelers football. Because again, when it was Pittsburgh going into this season, the one thing like everyone said was, "Oh, Aaron Rodgers, he's going to have a great defense. They got Metcalf. Like he's just all they have to do is just be, what the Steelers of the Ben Roethlisberger era was, which is just score enough points to where score 3 touchdowns. Your defense can hold the other team to 14 to 17 points. You're going to win a lot more games than you're going to lose." And now it's like, again, we saw it week 1 where they played the Jets, where it's like now they just have to win every game in a shootout. That doesn't feel at all like it's sustainable. And that's how they're losing by 10 points in a game that was completely winnable until 7 minutes in the 4th quarter. Like it was, I don't know. Neither of these teams, I have no confidence in either. I was making the what is it? I was making the Super Bowl bubble this morning and I was like, where do I feel like I have to put these guys in here. And then I realized like, no, I don't. Like the Packers are in there. They're not in the main bubble. They're in one of the little bubbles on the outside. But I was like, I can't put the Steelers in here. I don't see a path where this Steelers with a top bottom 5 defense is a legit Super Bowl contender. No way. No way. Again, because it's also like outside of the 2010 season, what postseason success does Aaron Rodgers have? Nothing.
Yeah.
We base all of his postseason success on one season at this point,
And
15 years ago. 15. He's played the past
it's
15 years.
he's so good. We've talked about this before. He is so good at marketing himself.
Yeah. It's just he's really good. He's maybe the best regular season quarterback we've ever seen. He's maybe one
I
of
mean,
the
I yeah.
least. Yeah, you look, I mean, 3-time MVP. He had that one insane season where didn't he have like 45 touchdowns, 5 interceptions? Like insane numbers like that. And then you go to the what is it, postseason, and it's just there's nothing. You can't you look at that, what is it? And everybody's always like, oh, well, the defense, the defense, the defense. But it's like, yeah, but why was that never an issue during the regular season? Why is he putting up these God numbers and they're going 11, 12, 13 wins every year? But then all of a sudden, when it gets to the postseason, it's like, oh, well, what's he going to do with this team? Then he's like, you mean the 13-win team they just had?
And,
Like,
last night meant a lot to him because if he would have won last night, he would have joined Brady, Manning, Breeze. I think Favre is on that list as well for players that have beaten every team in the league.
I do like that. I do like that list. I
It's a
do
great
always
list.
like when a
I
quarterback
I,
does
I
that.
don't think there's any more. I think that might be the 4. I think Rogers would have been 5. So yeah,
Yeah.
I know Breeze, Manning, Brady. I think Favre did, right?
I
Because
think
he had
those are
an
the only 4. Yeah. Well, because also like guys like Elway and Marino and Aikman and Montana. Well, I guess no, Montana's on that list too, isn't he?
I don't know, and we'll have to look that up. But I mean, I know that the 3 for sure is Manning. Manning, I mean, we could just look it up right now.
Well,
Are
I'm
you
looking
looking
it
it
up right
up?
now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I know it's Manning, Brady, and Breeze. Because Breeze, when he was on the Chargers, he did it. Um,
No, you're
but
right. It's only those 4.
Favre is
It's
part of it.
just Favre, Peyton Manning, Drew Brees, Tom Brady. Good
Oh,
job.
he could have done
I'm
it.
I'm surprised, what is it? I'm surprised, Montana isn't on that list, because remember he left and went to the Chiefs.
Yeah.
And oh,
You
he
know
only
who I
beat
don't think will
28
ever be on
teams.
that list though
Who?
is Patrick Mahomes because I think he retires as a Chief.
Uh,
I
let's
I feel like that. I don't feel like he's gonna go elsewhere.
So this is actually interesting. These are the quarterbacks currently playing right now who have beat every NFL team but the one they're
They're
on.
on.
So it's Mahomes. It's now Rodgers, obviously, because he hasn't beaten the Packers. It's Matthew Stafford, who has Matthew Stafford has never beaten the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's weird, right? That is such a weird stat. Like
He's
that's a
got
good
everybody,
trivia
but
one.
it just yeah, all right.
And then Russell Wilson has never beaten the Seattle Seahawks.
And he never
So
will.
of the 4 quarterbacks who are currently playing that have beat all 31 teams, the only one that isn't a team he is currently playing for is Matthew Stafford, or like a team that he
They
played for
played
in the
for in
past.
the past.
Yeah. That's crazy.
What an idiot. What a
That's
loser.
weird.
What a loser.
I wonder how many times, now this is gonna send me on a rabbit hole. How many times has
Sorry.
he played?
But
How many
yeah,
times?
anyway, I think Mahomes does finish his career in uh in Kansas City. I can't see him leaving.
So Stafford has played the Steelers 3 times. In
Oh,
2013, 2017, 2023. He lost all 3 of them. What? That is so weird, because he has beaten the Rams and he has beaten the Lions. And in all 3 of those games, he threw 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions combined. So he had 1 great game, which was the first time he played, and the last 2 were just awful. So for some reason, Pittsburgh Steelers, that would be so weird if he retires having never beaten the Steelers, a team he never played for. That would be weird.
he's been in the league a long time, man.
That's what I'm
It,
saying. To be
it
in it
doesn't
for
it
that
feel like
long.
doesn't he feel like he's still like a young quarterback?
No, it really does. But yeah, but again, we did that story where he was talking about how he can't relate to anybody on his
Yeah, and I
team
said
because
he's just
they're
gonna
also
take him to
young.
Disneyland.
Yeah. And then also, might as well, last 3 teams on our 3 people on this list playing who have beat all teams in the league but 2. Josh Allen, obviously he's never beat the Bills, and he's never beat my Philadelphia Eagles. And he's
Actually,
played them.
I could have guessed that one because I know that he struggles against Philly.
Yeah, and I think they play this year too, I think.
We'll see.
Uh Kirk Cousins, who has beaten 30 teams, the only 2 he has not beaten, also much like Matthew Stafford, 2 teams he hasn't played for, the Bengals and the Chiefs. Never beat the Bengals or the
Well,
Chiefs.
he's ending his career that way.
And then Joe Flacco has never beat the Seattle Seahawks or the Baltimore Ravens. So,
Nice.
oh, and he could have. He could have beat the Baltimore Ravens, and then no. No, he hasn't played the Baltimore Ravens yet. No, that was the Bears. What am I
Yeah,
we're so off track.
it's fine.
But there you go. Some interesting stats for you guys for the
Yeah.
day. Uh Also, that's what a crazy list. Matthew Stafford and the Steelers. Who would have thought that? That is
Well,
a nice thing where we know football people, where you can be like, "Hey, you know what I just found out?" And then they'll be like, "No way."
you
Like,
want to know one? So let's talk about that Kirk Cousins guy because I was listening on the way home last night from work. Ben Maller, love him. He's great on Fox Sports Radio, just fantastic. His comparison on how Flacco looked when he came out for the Falcons was just he
or
was
you mean
like
Kirk Cousins?
yeah,
You
Kirk
said
Cousins.
Flacco.
My bad. Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins, when he came out for Atlanta, he's like, he looked like somebody that won a raffle. And it was like, oh, hey, Kirk Cousins, you now get to quarterback the Falcons. He had no gusto. He's like, everybody's breaking out of the huddle and just had no idea what was going on. Like,
Yeah. And also, again, there are a few teams in the league where I just throw my hands up and I go, I have no idea what this team is. I have no idea what to make of this team. I don't know if they're good or bad. I just have no idea what they are. The Falcons are literally the poster child for that team. I don't know. I can't understand this Falcons season at all.
I can't
They
either, and it really pisses me off that
they play some of the best offensive and defensive games you've ever seen week to week. And then there's some weeks where they just forget how to play offense and defense.
and I'm
Like,
hoping they forget next week.
well,
I'm
this
really
is the
hoping
thing.
Kirk Cousins is in there next week against the Patriots because Vrabel will eat him alive.
Well, again, Bijan Robinson, probably after Jonathan Taylor, is like the best running back in the league, right? Having a crazy season, crazy highlights, all this kind of stuff. This game, 9 attempts, 25 yards against the Dolphins without his starting quarterback. You think this is the game where the offensive coordinator for the Falcons just goes, oh, we're down our starting quarterback. We're just going to hand the ball off to Bijan Robinson 30 times. Like, that's how we're going to win the game. Again, against a Dolphins rush defense that right now I'm scrolling, they are 32nd in the league in rush defense.
You thought that was gonna be
32nd
the game, right?
in the league in rush defense.
And that makes me very confident for next week for my Patriots, who have a good run defense, and
Your team is, oh, I thought they were number one. They're third in the league in rush
yeah,
defense.
yeah,
So they're top 5 rush defense. So against the worst rush defense in the league, they hand the ball off to Bijan Robinson, arguably the best or second best running back in the league right now,
he's
9
second.
times. 9 times. Again, what if you're the Falcons? You just again, this is a Tua game where he was 20 for 26, 205 yards, 77% completion percentage, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions, sacked once, and had a quarterback rating of 138. Like,
I just can't believe what is. I don't expect the Dolphins to do anything after this, but still, like, what is with the NFL this year, dude?
it's
There's so
weird.
it's weird.
It's weird.
I like it though. I like it though because it's kind of giving everybody a chance.
But everybody feels like they have a chance, and then you watch the weeks where it's like bad team versus good team, and the good team just annihilates the bad team. And then you're just like this week, we said it, there was 9 blowouts. Not one of those blowouts was a outside of this game was a bad team doing it to a good team.
I mean,
Like
that's fair.
I guess I didn't count it, but I guess the Baltimore Chicago was kind of a blowout. So those 2 games were blowouts, but it was bad team doing it to good team. All the other ones we're going to talk about were good teams doing it to bad teams. My favorite game was not Eagles Giants, because that game frustrated me to no end.
Was it
My
Broncos
favorite
Cowboys?
my favorite, let's talk about it. Broncos Cowboys 44 to 24.
Oh, have the
Broncos,
Broncos and Bo Nix found their identity?
yeah. And also, turns out the Cowboys haven't found their identity, because turns out it's really hard in the NFL to put up 40 points every week. Like, that's hard, especially when your quarterback knocks himself out of the MVP race by going 19 for 31, 188 yards, 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 2 sacks,
I don't think he's
quarterback
knocked
rating.
out of it completely. I think if it's a 2-game situation, then yeah. But I mean, right now he definitely got knocked down a couple pegs, but he's in the top 5 in my opinion.
Yeah. His quarterback rating in this game, 51.
Woo.
51.
Ugh.
Uh, yeah, it's presumptive to say he's knocked out of the MVP race, but he was definitely in the top
Yeah, I
3,
feel
I
like
would say, before this week.
you can have one bad game. That's it. One bad game.
Yeah. I do think, what is it? Him and Baker were right there for 2 and 3. And after this week, they're probably like 7, 8, maybe
Yeah.
7, 8 now.
I know
Like,
who number 3 is now.
who?
Drake May.
Yeah. It's Mahomes, it's Hurts, and then Drake May. Those are the 3 right there.
I think
Those
they
are,
actually had Josh Allen above him. I don't know.
I mean, if you look at stats this season, with the hardest record in the league, Jalen Hurts numbers are better than Josh Allen's. But again, yeah, they're actually better than they're actually better than Patrick Mahomes. But again, the Chiefs and Bills, they're just given this they're given this level of respect that no other teams are given for whatever fucking reason. I have no idea. But let's talk about this Broncos Cowboys game. I agree with you. I think Bo Nix, again, what's frustrating about watching Bo Nix is it feels like every game there is three money deep balls that are there for long touchdowns that he overthrows every single time. I've never seen a quarterback miss more wide open deep balls than him.
You
Like
want to know
they
who's not missing wide open deep balls?
Dude,
Pickman.
I was gonna say our two quarterbacks, I think, are now the two best deep shot quarterbacks in the league. I think Bo Nix is the worst. You can literally watch a compilation of him overthrowing people downfield who are wide open, have beaten their coverage, are
Is
five
this like the
steps ahead of the
equivalent of
nearest
Shaq
defender.
at the free throw line?
Yeah,
He's got it
it's
wide
so
open and he
weird.
just misses it.
Dude, he misses them, but again, he doesn't miss
Yes,
them
I'm
by
I'm I'm pulling that out of the old dungeon there,
he doesn't
basement.
miss them by like fingertips. He misses them by like 10 yards. It's like not even
Why didn't you
close.
run your route?
Yeah, it's so weird. And he did
6
that
and
in this
2.
game. He did that in this game minimum 3 times. Like 3 times. And even with that, he was 19 for 29, 247, 65% completion percentage, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception, 117 quarterback rating. And then Dobbins and Harvey are just this two-headed monster just running back
Yeah, that
field
that
that
one long run from Harvey, that was a good one. That
dude,
40
and
yarder.
did you see the one offensive lineman on that run who literally took out 3 separate guys
Dude,
3 times? Like, that was
legit.
that and he's, like, running full steam. He takes out one guy, gets up, takes out another guy, and then, like, pushes another guy into another guy. It
Get
was
that
like,
guy some oxygen. Yeah.
dude, yeah. Especially this game being in Denver, after that, he was like, "Whoo." But
Yeah, I mean, again, they get a train up there. I told you, going into Denver is it's tough to win in Denver because of the altitude, man. It is. And especially and then you have Cowboys, who play lower, I don't know what their above sea level they are, but they're playing pretty low. They're in a dome, it's nice in there, it's fun. But then yeah, then you go up to Mile High and it's just open air, freaking play. I love going to Colorado, but every time I get off the plane, I'm like,
yeah,
oh,
like,
okay, yeah.
gasping. Yeah.
Give me a
I've never
minute.
been I've never been to, Colorado.
I
I would
love,
love to
dude.
go.
I came close to moving twice. Once before I met my wife, and then the wife and I almost moved there as well. So like, I love Colorado. If I wasn't living here, I'd live in Colorado.
There you go. But let's
Snow
look
and all.
so right now, before the Chiefs play tonight, the Chargers won on Thursday night where they killed the Vikings. Broncos won in this game. So Chiefs, even if they win tonight, they're 5-3 and they would still be third in their division because obviously they lost to the Chargers. But clearly Mahomes is the MVP. I mean, third in your division, who can do that?
And
But
I mean, and with other teams like the Jags and whatnot, and I know they're on their bye and whatnot, but they they need to outbeat the Chiefs. They just have to. I don't want the Chiefs to make the playoffs, but they're going to make the playoffs.
Well, let's say it's a foregone conclusion they win tonight, so they'd be 5-3. So they would be behind Broncos Chargers, obviously. They'd be behind the Colts. They would be behind whoever wins the AFC North. So let's just say it's Steelers. AFC East is going to get 2 teams in. It's going to be Patriots Bills. Whoever wins that division, and then there would be a wild card. So right now, there would be one open wild card spot.
Yeah, and it's with the Jags. We've talked about this. I'm just
Yeah.
hoping that the Chiefs got a tough schedule coming up. I mean, they're lucking out that with the Commanders. I'd still pick the Chiefs in this, but I'm going to. But the Commanders, if they had Jaden Daniels, that could be an interesting game, but it's not. So and then you have now the Bills. After this, after the Commanders, Bills, Broncos. I think they lose both of those. Are on the road for both, and then they play the Colts. Yes, they're in Arrowhead, but that's the best team in the league, in my opinion. And if they can beat the Colts, okay, then Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl, and I'll just stop at this podcast. Then they're going to annihilate the Cowboys. Texans, if they can figure themselves out, I mean,
It's
Stroud had a
kind of
good
looking
game.
better. It's kind of looking
Stroud
better.
Stroud
Their
had a good game. He had the
defense
best
is
game of
really
his
good.
league or year. Can the Chargers beat the Chiefs again? I definitely think so. They'll just destroy the Titans, but then they have the Broncos again, and they'll destroy the Raiders. There are losses here. There's losses. There's potentially one, two, three, four, five, possibly six losses. So call it four losses, right? Say they
Uh-huh.
they win two of those tougher six games, right? Like
So they would
that
still be 10-7. So really it would come down to, now let's look at the Jaguars schedule. Can the Jaguars get to 10 wins?
I mean, not just them.
That's
There's other teams that are, starting to feel
But if
good
you look at the AFC, the only two teams right now, unless the Texans just go on a run, there's really nobody else that would be the only competition right now for the Chiefs for that last wild card spot. If it
is
is Jaguars, Texans, Bengals. That's literally it. I have
yeah,
no faith in the Bengals whatsoever. So it really comes down to, can the Texans or Jaguars get on a roll and get to, for the Jags, they would need to get 10. For the Texans, they need to get 11.
yeah.
I don't think the Texans can get 11 because
They're
they're
gonna get
3
that
and 4
last wild
now.
card, but the Chiefs will have I mean, I still like all those teams that we just said, I like them better than the Chiefs. I think Denver is better. I think LA is better. I do, and I will say this, I think the Patriots could take down the Chiefs. Like, I do.
Ooh.
No, like, if it really came to head to head, if it was in New England, yes. If it's on the road, I don't think so. But they could. There's a possibility there. The Bills, I don't know. They always have a shot, but I don't know.
No, in the playoffs, I'm done trusting the Bills to do anything. Against the Chiefs, I'm done. I'm not picking the Bills ever again
I won't.
against the Chiefs in the playoffs.
Until it
Never again.
happens, I won't.
Yeah, I'm out. They'll beat them in the regular season. They'll be going into the playoffs. Everybody will be like, well, they beat them in the regular season, and the Chiefs will just win. That's just, it's just, I'm sick of Bills Chiefs in the playoffs. We know what's going to happen. Also, speaking of the Bills, they win in their first blowout of the season against
Continue.
the
You gotta continue. I gotta go get my son. He slept maybe 45 minutes, and now he's yelling again.
there
Turn
you
on the
go.
TV for him.
So in Casino's division, we have the Buffalo Bills. They're coming. They're coming for Casino's ass. A lot of people have been there before, but this Bills team, Josh Allen, again, not they're blowing teams out. They're playing good games this season, but it's not really Josh Allen. This has turned into a run heavy, run first team. It reminds me of the Eagles of last year, where this Bills defense, again, they are 15th in the league, which is dead right in the middle, right where you need to be a Super Bowl contender. And offensively, what is it? Passing wise, let's look at it right here. They're 11th in the league, and that's just in terms of yards. Rushing, they're number one. They're averaging 151 yards per game. It's due almost 100% exclusively to James Cook, who rushed 19 times for 216 yards and 2 touchdowns in this game. So this was obviously the James Cook game. This has been the James Cook season, because he is another guy you can throw in there right beside Jonathan Taylor and Bijan Robinson, even though I think Bijan Robinson is a distant third behind these two guys who have been having the best running back seasons this year. But yeah, the Bills have just become a run first, like smash mouth defense team that was never more evident in this game. Also, Sean McDermott, for being one of the most vocal, what is it? Most vocal advocates against the tush push, sure runs the tush push a lot. I think the Bills of the past 2 seasons have run the tush push more than the Eagles, but again, it originated with the Eagles and it works more for the Eagles than it does the Bills. But if the Eagles weren't if the focus wasn't on the Eagles inventing like the tush push or the way they do it specifically, all eyes would be on the Bills and just how often they run the tush push. In this game, didn't Josh Allen run it 3 times by himself in this game? They ran it, what, 4 times in that Chiefs playoff game last year, which pretty much cost them the game because they couldn't get 1 yard. weird to be so staunch in your stance against something and then just do it more than anybody else does it. It's weird. But again, the Bills, they're in that bubble. They're in that Super Bowl bubble where they are a legit contender, especially as we've talked about, where the AFC is so weird. Where do you think Casino's Patriots are a contender? Do you think the Steelers are a contender? Do you think the Colts are legit? Do you think anybody in the AFC West is good? Like, I don't know. I don't know. The Bills are right there with anybody. It's shit or get off the pot time eventually, where it's like, you got to do something. You have the same Super Bowl. You have this Super Bowl window that always just gets slammed shut in the playoffs after it's wide open going
Yeah.
into the playoffs. So
I would absolutely love somehow if it was a Patriots Bills AFC. Let's go.
championship game.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because
Because
then
then
if
either
the
my
Bills,
team goes and I'm really happy, or the Bills finally get it.
yeah. Well, let's talk about your team, Casino. Win 32 to
Bro.
13 against the Cleveland Browns. Rough first half.
Well, let's rephrase that. It's the Patriots versus Myles Garrett.
Yeah. You know what's so funny about that? He had 5 sacks in the game, and then he did a press conference afterwards where he's like, I would trade that all away for a win. And then it's like, no, you wouldn't, because you signed the contract to be with the Browns. Everybody said this is what would happen, and then this is what happens.
Yeah,
Like,
6 total sacks on the game for Cleveland, 5 by Myles Garrett, and everybody was like, "Oh," my brother included. He was like, "Oh, T-Rex." That's what he thinks Will Campbell is because of the tiny arms. He just sent the T-Rex emoji in the chat, and I just find it funny. He's like, "T-Rex emoji can't stop Myles Garrett," and I'm like, "Yeah, but then did you see they also put Myles Garrett on the other side, and he went up against 2 veterans? Like, it didn't matter. It didn't matter where Myles Garrett was, and also." On one of those ones where Will Campbell got beat by Myles Garrett, where Myles Garrett beat the guy before Will Campbell and then beat Will Campbell, and he just kept beating double coverage. Like 3 of his sacks were double teamed, and he still got through. Like,
yeah,
it doesn't matter. He was
well,
on a
that's also
warpath.
what gave him that giant contract that made it where it was like, oh yeah, I want to win, but I also want hundreds of millions of dollars. So there you go. But he could have easily gone to a contender and been what Micah Parsons has been for the Packers, which is just like this injection into, again, if he would have went to, let's say like the Bills would have signed Myles Garrett, they would feel unstoppable, right? Like if he was just on the Bills, if he was just, the Eagles need a pass rusher. If they got Myles Garrett, there would be collusion
You want to know
talk
who needs a
about how
pass
the
rusher?
league,
A better pass
the,
rusher? Patriots.
if he would have went to the Patriots, it would have been like, you can what is it? Chargers. If he would have went to
Yeah.
the Chiefs, like if he would have went
So
to any of these contenders,
there's
like
pretty
they,
much it's a week from, was it today or yesterday? Whenever the trade deadline ends, and yeah, I think the Patriots, they're missing 2 pieces that they could possibly bring in. I mean, I don't think they're going to do anything with the running back position. I don't. Either they're going to have to bring in an edge guy, or like an out route wide receiver, like a quick, like Julian Edelman kind of guy, just going out to out to the sideline, get that quick down. But and Drake May, again, another passer rating over 100. He finishes the game with 135.8. Every game except for week 1, he has thrown for he has had a rating over 100,
that's
which is
crazy.
just insane. Again, efficient. And I made the comment, last episode, and you're just like, don't say it, that, he reminds me of Brady, and just he does remind me. His feet look clean, his poise in the pocket, getting sacked 5 times from the same fucking guy. And that doesn't rattle you. That there's something special about him because of those reasons, right? Yes, he's playing good, and he's got a really good long ball, which is crazy because their run game, I mean, was pretty okay in this, which really made me happy because that apparently the Browns' run defense was supposed to be outstanding. Weren't they
Yeah,
like
they're number 1 in
second?
the league.
And they were still able to run 177 total between May, Henderson, Stevenson, and even Jennings got a couple little, but
Or no, the Browns are 4th in the league in rush defense. They're
Okay,
number 1 in total defense.
there you go.
They're 4th behind your
Number 1 in
Patriots.
total defense, and Drake May puts up 3 touchdowns,
Yeah.
and, like, I
After getting sacked 6 times.
after getting
Like,
sacked 6 times,
that's
and
pretty
I will
good.
say that interception that he threw, it was about a 50-50. It was bad on Drake May. He should have saw that, saw the hidden guy because they played him like a fiddle, right? So that was just a veteran move on being able to disguise that scheme where he was able to get the pick. It sucked, but all in all, good on him. Good on the Pats for I'm winning in New England. I would say it seems like they are going somewhere because they've lost 2 games at home this year. But yeah, it was a good win. Yeah, I know it's the Browns and it's a shit team, right? But their defense is really, really good. Best overall defense. And the Patriots were still able to put up 32 points. Very happy about that.
Yeah.
Very happy. This team is higher than my expectations. I knew that they were going to be good. I was hoping and I had bets that they would be a 10-win team this season, which they're in good shape of hitting right now. But I didn't expect them to be playing as well as they are. They seem like they've been after week 3, they've seemed like they've been playing the same team has played together for a long time. So
Yeah.
I'm really, really happy with what Vrabel's been doing there. Very happy with what that coaching staff's done. Drake May, again, I'll say it again, and I'll be a broken record about it. He looks like one of those Hall of Fame elite quarterbacks as of right now, with his poise in the pocket. He doesn't freak out, and he needs to get out of the pocket. His eyes are still downfield. He's not doing this. He's he's still being able to see the play, move. His feet are just great. So, and that is not me trying to be a biased Patriot fan. There's something special about this guy. And
Yeah.
you hear Colin talking about it. You hear literally all the TV, like I just articles are popping up like Drake May, MVP, this, and I'm like, possibly.
Yeah.
And I don't think that this is going to be. I mean, this is his sophomore year. I don't think that this is going to be. I mean, knock on wood, just a one and done kind of style year. Everybody saw glimpses of it last year and like, oh, he needs a better coach, he needs better players, and he can do this. And he has and exceeded those expectations. So keep building this team around him, and New England could be back.
Well, he has on the season, he has what? 15 touchdowns, 3
Yeah.
interceptions.
And I
So,
know, and people, and I understand my coworkers, my regulars are like, well, they have the easiest schedule. And I'm like, fair. That's a very fair point. But what are they doing to those easy teams? They
yeah.
are stomping them.
Well, and what is it? They have the easiest schedule in the league. We knew that. But the next month is where they play the rest of like the hard teams on their schedule. So they play Falcons again. Falcons are either the best or worst team depending on the week. They were the worst team this week, so you're getting the best version of the Falcons next week. Then you play the Bucks, which is legitimately the Bucks and the Bills are the last 2 teams you play that have winning records after obviously the Falcons. So in the next, or no, that's in December. So yeah, next 6 weeks, you're going to play 3 teams you should blow out. And then the 3 most the 3 hardest teams left on your schedule all in the next 6 weeks.
Yeah.
So
So we'll
you,
see.
but
We'll
again,
see. I'm just excited that they're doing good, but again, they put up 31 against the Titans. They put up 32 against the Browns, right? 25 against the Saints. That was not their best outing, but then they beat the Bills by 3 in Buffalo. They put up 42 against the Panthers. They were 1 touchdown behind the Steelers with 5 turnovers. Like this team is moving the football, and I'm excited for it. So, yes, am I slightly skewed because I'm a Patriot fan? Possibly, but I don't think I'm too far off of what everybody else is thinking.
no, I don't think so at all. Yeah, and then Patriots again. You said they would be a 6-win team. They could very easily
No,
win
no,
the
I said
next,
that they
or
were going to be
a
a
10-win
10-win
team,
team.
and they have 6 wins right now. They could easily be a 10-win team before December starts. Like, that would be crazy. Um, now let's go through, a couple of the ones, we're just gonna skip over. Colts, Titans, again, Colts, killed them
They
38
just
to 14. We
they
knew
had
what
their
would
way with
happen.
them.
Yeah, the Titans are
I watched 0% of that game.
yeah, I had a 4 box, going. Colts was not in it, so I just saw what this game was happening on Red
Red
Zone.
zone.
But again, what is it? Colts are still, in my opinion, and I know yours as well, the best team in the league. Daniel Jones, 272, 3 touchdowns. Did you see? I wish I saved it, but I saw it in passing, and then something happened where I couldn't save it. The Colts right now have scored the most points in at or they have scored more points at this point of the season than the undefeated Patriots did, than any
Wild.
than any what is
And
it?
the
Peyton
Brady Moss
Manning.
duo?
Yeah.
Damn.
Then they have scored more points right now at this point of the season, more than any Peyton Manning led Colts team. This team has. And again, we can say, oh, like the passing rules have changed and all that stuff's true, but no other team's doing that. Like, so it's still they're the peak of the peak when it comes to points. We give Dallas so much credit before this week for how much points they're putting up. They're not putting up even close to the amount of points that this Colts team is. The Colts right now have scored 270 points. The Cowboys, I mean, they've scored 246. So it is close. But
It's a
again,
game. It's a game.
it's a full game lead over anybody. Most teams aren't even over 200. The Colts are at 270. One more game, they're going to be over 300 before anybody gets close. Like, that's crazy. That is insane. And to compare, the Titans have scored 110 points the entire season. So the Colts have almost doubled, tripled how much points the Titans have scored this season. Like, the Colts are, again, really fun to watch, really something, but it's starting to get up to the point of the season where the question marks about the Colts are going to be kind of what they are about your Patriots, which is who have they played? Who have they beat? And the answers are they killed the Chargers, they lost to the Rams, they won against the Broncos on that weird leverage play. So, of the 3 good teams they've played, they won one on kind of like a fluke victory, but yes, they won. They lost to the Rams and then they beat the Chargers. So they're basically 1-1-1, right? Against good teams. But really, and we talked about it, 3 weeks, they play the Chiefs. That's the one where if all of a sudden they put up 38 points against the Chiefs and blow them out, let's say Chiefs scored 21, it's 38 to 21. I feel like everybody's going to be like, all right, not only are the Colts legit, but I've been sleeping on them the entire season. Like,
Yeah,
you and
I
I have not, but
no, they're so good. Again, I thought they were gonna be better than what they were gonna be the start of the season, and I'll say it, man, and I know this is gonna sound shitty. I'm glad that, Richardson got injured. I
oof,
wanted I you know why? For
you don't
he was
mean for
not
the
like
guy, you mean
n
for the team. Like, you're
yes,
not glad
yeah,
he
for the yeah, I don't wanna see anybody get hurt. I've even said when Aaron Rodgers got hurt, I was like, "That sucks." Like, I don't like seeing that, right?
yeah,
I don't like seeing that. I wanna beat the best, but for that organization, Richardson going out, or if he would have been benched early, say he was healthy, getting Daniel Jones in there was it. Now, I'm not even saying Daniel Jones was the answer. It changed the mentality of that team, in my opinion.
yeah. No,
And
completely.
yeah,
Because we
and
know, again, we know Anthony Richardson would not be leading this
right,
type of
no, and
offense.
Anthony Richardson, he might be good on another team, right? We see it all the time. Daniel Jones, very look what he's doing in Indy, right? He could go to another team, try to start fresh, but you're done in Indy, right? You're done in Indy.
Yeah,
And
no,
yeah, thank you for correcting me on that. I don't like seeing people get hurt. Like that is not what I meant
no.
to say.
But
It came out that way.
honestly,
I'm sorry.
Well,
But
honestly, if this was what Daniel Jones was for the Colts, how was it even a preseason debate of who should start for this team? How was this not completely evident in practices where you had this guy you brought in that obviously you liked enough where all the coaching staff and ownership brought him in to where you liked it and you liked enough of what you saw. You liked him enough of what you saw during the preseason and training camp where you came out and said it was a legit quarterback battle. And then it became Richardson won the battle over again. This isn't like a Flacco situation where it's like we're just trying to win now and not think about the future. Daniel Jones is what, younger than 27? What is he, 26,
I don't know
27
exactly
maybe?
his age.
But he's a young guy. He can be the future of your franchise for the next 10 years. Like, so it's weird to me that there is even a debate because again, it hasn't been it's the same system that Anthony Richardson was in last year with the same players. It's not like they just immensely improved on offense. Pittman's been there, Jonathan Taylor's been there.
Yeah, it
Yes,
just
they got Warren, but
it might have just been the morale in the locker room. Like some players are meant to leave, some players aren't. It is what it is.
well, some players are also meant to be starting quarterbacks in the league, some aren't. Like some
Yeah,
are just career backups, and that's fine. They're
yeah.
still making money
They're
on
make
an NFL team.
yeah, and there's you got a whole commercial now about being a backup quarterback,
Oh, that's
and
true. Those are good
that's
commercials.
those are so
Those are
funny.
those are good.
The Tommy DeVito one really made me laugh.
I do like those commercials. Last two games we got to talk about Casino. This game I completely forgot happened, but I'm also glad it happened. The Houston Texans win 26-15 against the San Francisco 49ers. Bloom is off the rose, I think, for Mac Jones.
Yeah,
I
totally.
he didn't have a bad game, but he started out so hot that it was like, how can you plug Purdy back into here with Mac Jones on fire? The last 3 games, you're like, maybe we should get Purdy in there. Let's see what Purdy can do.
What's going
Like,
on with that toe, boy?
yeah. And again, that wasn't with a bad Mac Jones game. That was just kind of an average Mac Jones game. It
Yeah,
was, however, a bad McCaffrey game when
it was a phenomenal CJ Stroud game.
well, yeah, and now the tide is turned on the Caleb Williams over CJ Stroud debate because now it was CJ Stroud was elite, Caleb Williams was a rookie, did the little big brother talk in the middle. Caleb Williams started doing better. Now CJ Stroud, and then CJ Stroud was bad. Now Caleb Williams is doing bad and CJ Stroud is good. Those two will forever be connected by that one stupid moment that captivated the internet. And since that moment, they've switched again because now CJ Stroud, the last again 3 weeks, 30 for 39, 318 yards, 2 touchdowns, 107 quarterback rating in this game, 77% completion percentage. That's again against a 49ers team that coming into this game,
107, you said?
what?
107, you said?
Yeah, 107.
Mediocre. It ain't no 135, but whatever.
uh, but again, against a 49ers team that was 5-3, but 49ers, again, their defense has allowed 164 points against them this season. That's bad. Like that's a bad defense to be allowing what is it? 164 points when you're only scoring 160. Like again, I don't understand. Throw them right in there with what is it? With the Falcons. I don't understand this 49ers team. How are they 5-3? They feel like they should be 3-5. They really do. Just with the roster they're putting out there and after a great McCaffrey game last week, we get him going 8 attempts for 25 yards and he caught 3 balls for 43 yards. So, when I needed him most after Scatabo went down, just nothing, just goose egg. Now, again, that is against the
Scatabo.
Texans. Texans fourth in the league in total defense. Again, if their offense has finally clicked and figured it out, this defense has been elite all season. So we said they're one of the teams that we need to make a run for the Chiefs to miss the playoffs. This is where honestly it could start because they look like they finally figured out their offense. Their defense has always been there. They're 3-4, but again, their schedule is just brutal. Brutal, brutal. They play Broncos, Jaguars, which Jaguars Texans now is like a big like
Important game.
yeah, one of you is going to make the playoffs potentially, one of you's not. And it might be the winner of their two games because in the first game, the Jaguars won. So if the Jaguars sweep the Texans, that pretty much is it. Like Jaguars are
That
just
done. Yep.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's Broncos, Jaguars, Titans, they should kill them. Bills, Colts, Chiefs, Cardinals. Those are again, that's their next what, 7, 8 games?
That Chiefs game will be a big one too,
Dude,
possibly.
Broncos, Jaguars, Titans, Bills, Colts, Chiefs. That's a murderer's row of a schedule. And then it's not like it gets easier. It's Cardinals, Raiders, Chargers, Colts. They have one of the hardest remaining schedules. They're two like
Sucks to suck.
easy gimme wins. And then after that, it is every best team in the AFC they play. Like
Yeah. Going back to my team, I'm really happy that they do have the easiest schedule with this new team because it gives them a season to feel good about themselves, to get things going. Give them a hard schedule next year. I want to see what they can do. Let's go.
yeah. I mean, if they win that division, they will get a first place
Well, let's talk about
schedule.
the game of the week.
No, it's not. Which actually we said we said worst game would be Colts Titans.
Titans.
I don't think it
No.
was.
No.
What do you think was the best game of the week? We said it would be the Steelers Packers game or the Cowboys Broncos game. I don't think either of those ones were.
No, I mean, obviously it had been the Jets game.
It honestly probably was.
It was
That
Jets
was
Bengals.
but again, that game wasn't interesting until the fourth quarter. So as far as good games go this week, I don't think there really was one. Like a full complete game.
Yeah.
I mean, unless tonight's game is just gangbusters, like which I think with Jaden Daniels, there was potential for it to be. Without him, I don't think it will.
Come on, Marcus.
Last game we're going to talk about for the Monday night game. We both have Chiefs. We just both think they just murder the Commanders tonight. Last game, Casino. My team 38-20.
And that's when I'm out. Bye. No, just kidding. I'm going to go let my dog out. But yeah, enjoy the rant, guys.
Honestly, no rant coming. My only rant is to go follow me on Twitter. Where is it? Let me pull it up right here. Go follow me on Twitter for those listening. I'll put it on screen for those watching. It's at Writing Wilson. On Twitter. So go find me there. But got into it a lot this week, which I'm not a argue on the internet guy. Like comment sections, because it's again, and this kind of proved it because it's all just pointless. Like where two people disagreeing, you just go back and forth. Nobody ever says, "Oh yeah, you're right," or "Oh no, I'm wrong." Like nobody ever says that. Everybody just digs their heels in and then argues until you just. I was arguing with one guy. I sent it to Casino. I was arguing with some guy on Twitter or whatever who lost so bad that he then started like insulting my kids, insulting my wife.
Oh yeah, that was.
Which I have no pictures of them on Twitter. I just say husband, father. So then they just, for him to just randomly start saying stuff, it's just like, you don't know what they look like. Well, it's also like, I found out it's like some 17-year-old like loser, some 17-year-old loser kid, which actually I'll put his screen name up right here. Anybody listening, go, I don't know, just go insult him, go call him dumb, report him for just being a loser. I don't know. But it's what is it? This guy right here. BD Sports Card 6 right here. And of course, oh, that's not what it is.
Nope.
There it is. BD Sports Card 6 on Twitter. Go and there's me up in the top where you see me just getting my ass kicked in fantasy. But just go report that guy, go insult him. Again, talking about like he wants to see my kids get like basically like molested because his Giants lost to my
Yeah.
Eagles. Giants fans, this is collectively on Twitter. You guys need to calm the fuck down. Like just across the board.
They're
I
New
don't
Yorkers. They don't
well,
have a calm,
but
bud.
again, you win this game at the Eagles, you're 3-6 or you're 3-5, and you just lost your all-star running back. You're not making a run. You're not winning out the rest of the season. You're in the NFC East. The NFC East got one of the hardest schedules across the board for all the teams this year. So you win against this Eagles team, which again, you would have done without all the penalties, of course. And, if you could maybe hold a team to under 200 yards rushing, but we'll get to that. I don't know what delusion the Thursday night game gave you guys as a fan base. You're an irrelevant loser franchise and have been since your last Super Bowl. And then you took that infamous boat picture and you've been irrelevant losers ever since. The Giants are a dumpster fire. They've always been a dumpster fire. You can put as many amazing rookies as you want on there, and you can have this great D line that still can't stop the run, still can't beat the Eagles, still can't beat the Cowboys. The Commanders have been a franchise that's only been a dumpster fire longer than you. They got one guy and turned it around immediately. You guys are irrelevant. Your fan base is full of losers, all of you. What is it? Who talk all this shit about how your Thursday night what is it? Your Thursday night victory against the Eagles was your Super Bowl and the most relevant game you've had again in 10 years. And then again, that was in week 6. So enjoy your little party over there. Now you're just being obnoxious losers, the worst fan base on the planet, one of the worst franchises in sports. Your head coach, giant baby, giant failure, giant loser, reminds me of all of you New York Giants fans. Suck it. Enjoy enjoy being 2-6 and irrelevant for, I don't know, the next decade, as you always have been. That being said, best of luck to Scattaboo. I do really like Scattaboo. That injury was. Did you see it? Did you see the
Oh, I
video?
saw it, and they're just calling it a dislocated ankle that he had to have surgery on.
There's no way. It was, what is it? It was hanging off his foot, turn the other way. That was brutal. When I saw that on screen, I literally screamed out loud, "Oh my God." And my son was sitting next to me and he was on his tablet and he was like, "What, Dad? What happened?" And I was just like, "Don't look at the screen. Like, don't look," because the cameras during the game, they obviously didn't know he was injured that bad. They got right there, showed his foot literally hanging the other way. So you hate to see it. Scattaboo, get well soon. Everybody loves you. That's the one thing. Like, even if you're on a loser franchise, everybody loves you. You're fun. You're fun to root for. That being said, as far as the Giants game goes, it was, what is it? That was hands down the worst officiated game I've ever seen in my life. I don't even think it's a comparison. We complain a lot about, what is it? We complain a lot about the refs on this show. And again, there's not a single Eagles fan I've seen online who I've talked to, who I know is an Eagles fan. There's not a single one of us online saying the tush push was not a fumble. That was a fumble 100 out of 100 times. They should have called it a fumble, and that should be the end of it. But again, this thing where it's like, well, see, this is why we got to get rid of the tush push. It's like, we got to get
No,
rid of
or
the.
how about you fix the rule to where the play was blown dead, but it was a clear fumble. Like
Well,
we
but
can't we can't
also,
go back and unchange it. The play was blown dead. You can't challenge it.
But see, again, this is also the thing where it's like, well, we have to get rid of the tush push. The officials can't officiate it. And then it's like, so why do we have to get rid of a play that's bad? Because you just admitted your officials are worse. Like, your officials are so bad at doing their job for football that you think a play for football should be
And you
taken
know
out of
what?
it.
And when that happened, that play, oh hi, Mickey Mouse. Sorry, I'm playing Mickey Mouse too. Um, when that play happened, first thing I thought was like, hey, they figured out how to beat the tush push. Instead of
Yeah.
trying to just push him back,
Yeah. Go for
reach
the
for the
ball.
reach for the ball and rip it out of his hands. Because if the play's not called dead, like it happened right there, you get to pull that ball out, you're gone. Because
Well,
obviously his legs aren't going to touch the ground. They go
no.
until the whistle's blown.
Well,
So
and then they said, and again, Tom Brady and I think it was Burkhart were on the call. They 5 minutes into the game were just like, oh, like they were saying it live on the broadcast. We're just openly talking like, oh man, this is going to be one of those games where the officials are just bad. Like they never hit it. They never agreed with any of the calls. And it was just one of those things where they explained it perfectly, which is just, hey, if you're doing the tush push or a QB sneak or you're reaching out for the ball, like it breaking the plane only works on the end zone. So if you're reaching the ball out and you're in the air and it gets knocked out of your hands, that's a clear fumble. Like that was a clear fumble, as clear as day. Every Eagles fan agrees that was a clear fumble. Every Giants fan, for some reason, doesn't think the Jackson Dart fumble was clearly a fumble, not ruled a fumble. So there you go. Eagles got a fumble called back that was a fumble. Giants got a fumble that was called back that was a fumble. None of the calls in this game decided this game. What is it? Because what did decide this game was Jalen Hurts had 4 touchdowns, no interceptions, 75% completion percentage. Saquon Barkley had 150 yards, 1 touchdown. Tank Bigsby had 9 attempts for 104 yards, had one of the best like 17-yard runs you're ever going to see. He broke, I don't know, 7 tackles to get 17 yards. Just guys were jumping on his back and he was just carrying them forward. So the past, what is it, 2 weeks, you've really seen since that Giants game. Again, thank you, Giants fans, because that Thursday night game was the spark that ignited this team. And I did reverse jinx, fully knowing well that this Eagles team was going to come out and just wipe the floor with the Giants. And that's what they did, 38-20. Again, the calls on both sides were abysmal. Any Giants fans acting like they got screwed in this game, you never were going to win this one. Never, especially when you lost Scadaboo. You and I both knew it was over. So to the Giants, enjoy being last place in the NFC East for the foreseeable future. I don't know. But because again, with Jackson Dart and Scadaboo, you were still 2-6. So there you go. Now, Casino, that was NFL Week 8, Blowout City. Last little thing, and then we'll get out of here because I know your child is right there.
yeah, I didn't think
Uh,
he slept like 45 minutes, man.
let's pull up the Super Bowl bubble right here.
Let's do it.
First off, just by looking at it before I describe who's in it, do you agree with the bubble?
Um, yes. I would probably put the Broncos over the Chargers, but but no, I see the Chargers are out. I would just add the Broncos.
Okay, so what we have with the bubble is we have the main bubble in the middle, bubbles on the outside. Yes, we've been doing this for years. I went and searched back in Cowherd's video. What is it? History. He's never done the Super Bowl bubble before. Never another video about a Super Bowl bubble that I can find on YouTube. So unless there's some other people doing the Super Bowl bubble, Cowherd or one of his producers or something stole this idea from us. There's no other mention of a Super Bowl bubble I can find in a video. So just let's put that out there. We have video evidence. Go look at our channel, go look at our Facebook of us doing this literally 2 full years before Cowherd ever did this on his show. So, Colin Cowherd, we love you. You 100% stole this bit from us. It's not even a debate. And you do a worse graphic than this one because they're actual bubbles. On yours, it's a weird gray atrocity. I don't know what that is. Again, made on Canva, made it in 5 minutes, just typed in bubbles. It's that easy. The subscription's $12 a month. But the Super Bowl bubble, for those listening, it's Packers, Seahawks, Tampa Bay, Patriots, Broncos, Chargers on the outside. So outside of the bubble, those are teams that can get into the big bubble in the middle with just maybe a victory. Maybe if it's the Patriots, maybe if it's they win against a team that has a winning record. That would be cool. The Seahawks, it's if they win the division. Buccaneers, again, I've kind of been less impressed with the Bucks when we see how they play against good teams. And the last couple weeks, again, the injuries have just caught up to them. Packers, we have been excited about. Broncos, again, might be of the teams on the outside the closest to getting in the middle. They just need to do it more consistently. And then Chargers, just put them there because they've had some big games these past couple weeks. But again, don't trust them. For those listening, Casino is holding his child by the legs and swinging him. In the middle of the Super Bowl bubble, who is legitimately the Super Bowl contender right here. I make it so there's 3 AFC teams on the right, 3 NFC teams on the left, and then in the middle we have 6, 3 and 3. So the 3 AFC teams, Chiefs, Colts, Bills, I think those are all obvious. Again, Chiefs, we hope they miss the playoffs. We know deep down in our soul they're going to make the playoffs, and it's going to be painful. And they have a good shot because obviously they've been there before. Colts are the best team in the league right now. Bills, again, probably second, third best team in the AFC, and they're coming off a big win.
Yeah, you put your Eagles smack dab in the middle. What a loser.
Well, I did it because it separates the 3. Yeah.
Sure.
Well, no, and if you look at it, I did have the Lions in the middle, but their top kept overlapping with the Bills. So it really just comes down to how I didn't honestly plan that. If I could, I would put them in the middle, but really it's more how the logos align. But we have Eagles smack dab in the middle because they're the best. But the NFC, it has Eagles, Rams, Lions. Obviously, Eagles have beaten the Rams, so that's why they're above them. They've beaten the Bucks. Lions, Eagles, I think it's coming up in a couple weeks, so that'll be a good one. But there we have it. The first and official Super Bowl bubble, not the first of this season, just the first apparently in sports. Just give us one shout out. Could you imagine how great that would be if he was just like, oh, by the way, we got this idea from
I would lose my shit.
The Only Sports Podcast. Go check him out. That's all we need. Don't even give us money. Just give us clout. I don't know. This has been the Only Sports Podcast. I'm Will. That's Casino over there. Giants fans, I'm sorry I got so mean with you, but that was only because of what you said about my family on Twitter when I said your football team was bad. Again, you guys have 2 wins on the season. I didn't think that was breaking news to you guys. Casino, who do you think wins? Last thing, World Series 1-1 right now. Who do you think
Dodgers.
wins?
Dodgers in 5. That's what I said. Dodgers in 5.
Yeah.
They're now gonna sweep all games or win all 3 at home. They're doing the gentleman's sweep.
Yeah, where they give them 1 and then just win every game after that. I agree. I think it ends 4-1 Dodgers. Honestly, I think Dodgers kill them tonight. I think they annihilate them. This has been the Only Sports Podcast. I'm Will. That's Casino over there. Adios.